Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader. Today is Saturday. I just got off of work. I didn't even take off my work clothes, y'all. I was just starting this vlog right now. So yes, today is Saturday. Next week is Black Friday week. So I'm going to try as hard as I can to make sure that I film content. I'm trying not to be annoyed every year. When this year comes around, I hate it. I'll tell you what, working in retail will be, it is the quickest way to make you not have any fucking holiday spirit. Okay, specifically just for next week though. I think more so than anything, and I hate this, is that it makes me not look forward to like spending time with family on the one day, you know, that you have off if you work in retail, which is Thanksgiving. It's like, bitch, I don't want to be here. And my job pissed me off, so we won't talk about it. But anyway, we've read a little bit, which I'm very pleased with. I'm very pleased. I've gotten quite a few things read, and we're going to be talking about what we'll be reading for the rest of November, because November's almost over. So without further ado, let's get into this reading vlog and a little bit of last week's wrap up, if you will. Okay, so let's just start with these two. So I gave myself a little bit of a treat. I allowed myself to be able to read volume 5 and 6 of School Live. I have read quite a bit though, so I know that I had said in the last vlog, like, okay, I can't pull anything, well, I can pull anything new, I just can't read it until I get through what I've read. And like, I've actually done a really, really good job of reading through the last bits of what is left from last month. I think technically the only big thing left on the list, besides Tokyo Ghoul Re, is Monster Volume 2, because I'm going to sell that. But 5 and 6, the story is moving along. Some big things have happened to the girls. They are no longer staying at the school due to some crazy shit that happened and popped off. They are slowly making their way to hopefully a safe zone. The only thing that was a little bit confusing, I think it was in Volume 5, so they decide that they are going to use their radio to maybe try to contact someone. It's not like they really know how to do that, but they're trying whatever they can. They are in a school, so they technically have access to some books that might help them. And they end up picking up a broadcast that's being put out. And it sounds like a young girl who is basically trying to just reach people, anybody else who's alive. She says that she's alone. The only thing I was a little confused about was, is that who they saw when technically the first stop after leaving the school and then finding out that the person in that room was dead? It was hard to tell, because then we get like a bit of a journal entry later on at the end of Volume 6, where I think it's Volume 6, maybe it's Volume 5, of someone just talking about how they were monitoring the person's radio thing. So I don't know, so that made me sad. But you know, okay, actually, so Kurumi, she was the one who a few volumes ago ended up, I guess she got bit. It's really hard to tell if she was, I don't think she was bitten, but I think she was scratched possibly by the zombie, and they gave her some type of medication, and now she's kind of acting a little bit different, which I feel like was pretty obvious that was going to happen, that she's either, well, we still don't know exactly, but basically she's always cold. And Yuki keeps mentioning that, like, oh, you're so cold, your hands are so cold. She's obviously alive. I don't think she's the Walking Dead, just not infected like that, but I think it is interesting that now every time she goes out, and she's been testing it quietly away from everybody, she's been testing like going out and killing zombies, except the zombies are not picking up on her. Like, she's literally walking in between them and they are walking past her. So obviously whatever medication she was given has made her, I don't fucking know, we don't know yet, but it's gonna be interesting. They've also got a new person with them. They've got a new little kid. And what I was gonna say earlier was, so of the 3 original girls, it's Yuki, Kurumi, and Ri. Ri is the brunette here. She's really sweet. She's very quiet. She is kind of like the big sister to all of the girls, but she is slowly cracking. And it is getting harder and harder for her to put a smile on her face and even be charmed by Yuki, who is like the most positive of everybody. So it's been really hard for her, and I feel really, really sorry for her. She starts remembering her sister. She doesn't know if she's alive or dead. None of them know if their family is alive or dead. Realistically, they're probably gone. But that was probably the hardest. Well, there's another thing that was hard in here to read, but I think that was the hard part, is like, I would hate for something like that to happen if I was separated from my family and it's just a guessing game. Because like, what if everybody was alive and then you were all looking for each other because you had no way to communicate? So you're just crossing paths constantly, but never seeing each other. I think that would definitely be a huge fear of mine. If I best not ever end up in that situation. Okay, I really do not want to be that way. I do not want to deal with that. But if I was unfortunately continuing to live through a zombie apocalypse by choice, that would be very, very hard for me. So I think she's also getting like worn down by the positivity of Yuki and the, and the way that she's trying to navigate living in the world, because, it's a constant state of delusion that people are there when they're not really there. But the other part that was sad was Yuki kind of has a mental breakdown. It's changed her, but she's still not saying the thing. So I think the thing with Yuki is that it's not like she developed, I don't want to say split personality, but we'll just say that. And like, she really doesn't know I think that she is always actively knowing what happened. It's just, she is trying to force her mind not to think about it because it's just too painful. And once she has to kind of save herself by herself, I think it finally was like, okay, I have to start being a little bit more helpful than I have been. She's been helpful, but not really, not in a practical way like everybody else is. And I think that has been the thing that was the most needed, but was also like the most exhausting before she acknowledged that about herself. Like, she's helping drive the car, she's helping scout, she's helping get these things and go in and help this person. And with all of them having to try and be as relaxed as possible so they don't trigger her, that's exhausting, because then how are they ever able to really kind of grieve or just vent? That's hard. But so far it's really good. Now I'm halfway through. I'm very, very excited. I'm going to be doing a 10 before the end video, and that series will be on it. Okay, I want to finish that before the year is over. Now, these next three, I had owned them physically, not realizing at the time that I was going to be approved for them on NetGalley, and then receive one of these in my Hansela box. But what else is new, girl? That's fine. So we'll talk about these. And I rated all of these pretty high. Some more than others. First, we're going to talk about In Love's Key Reprised. This was really, really good. I really liked this. I really hope that this gets like another volume. Obviously, it's just a one shot, but sometimes they surprise us and, grace us with some extra. But this is about a guy named Kiri. He is like a maestro, an artist, a musician. His mother passed away, and he has not taken it well. Since his mother has passed away, he has been drinking heavily. He doesn't really know how to communicate with people. He is really short and mean and cruel now. So it gets so bad that basically like his orchestra or whatever is like, you need to take a break. You need to get out of here. He's also, I think, collapsing because he does see a doctor. He's obviously suffering from depression, and grief. So, but that was his only family. It doesn't seem like he has any friends either. So he has to go back to his hometown, to the home that he and his mother lived in when she was alive. And it's really, really, really difficult for him. But then he runs into this guy, Osamu, right? Is that his name? Osamu. Osamu. He is a huge fan of his work. So he already knows who he is before he gets there. He loves his music. He is determined to make him feel welcome back here. He is bringing him around his family. But he's also getting closer to him. They're kissing. It's becoming very romantic. But it's clear that Kiri is very confused by what is going on. He's like, I don't know what's going on here. Then you got his fucking little sister pissing me off, but we won't go into that. I don't need to go on a rant about her. She really pissed me off. But basically it's like, you know, these two guys kind of, they fall in love, and they both have a story about, you know, this experience that they, like, what this person did for them. Osamu, the experience that is so meaningful to him about Kiri doesn't even know that it happened. And Osamu, I think letting Kiri be, like, just have a normal experience and keep making him get out of his funk is, like, very, very significant. So it's a really nice love story, and I want to see more. Like, I like to see them living in Tokyo, because, you know, he has never felt like he could leave their hometown, because he's like, I can't do anything because of stuff he did when he was younger. But in the end, Kiri ends up getting another offer back in Tokyo, and they're like, well, let's shoot up together. So he decides to go back to school, but we know that they will be together, and they're going to move in together and live together, whatever, but we don't really, like, totally see it, and that's what I want. So give me another. This one, ooh, shoot Juliet down, girl. This was very, very good. I have to have volume 2. Give it to me now, in my inbox, physically in my hand. I don't care. I don't know, do some digital stuff to my brain. Bluetooth it in here, okay? That's what I need. This was very good. This is about a bunch of guys at a hostess club, basically, and one in particular is Juri, or Juliet. He's like the #1 host at this host club, and second to Juri is Akatsuki. Yeah, Akatsuki. And Akatsuki, he got into this business kind of on a whim, just to make money. He's still in school. No one really knows anything about Juri. He's very mysterious. The other guys who are hosts, you know, they kind of tell rumors about him, like, oh, well, he's secretly gay, and all of his money goes to his boyfriend. But Akatsuki is like, I'm gonna learn from him. So he asks Juri, can you teach me? He says yes. It seems that Juri has a crush on him. And it's interesting because, like, his personality is so mysterious, and, like, it's just, like, effortlessly cool, but it seems like deep down he's very, very nervous and, like, giddy, and I want to see more of that. But they end up having a situation with each other, okay? And that's when more stuff starts to kind of, like, come up that Akatsuki was not aware of. So, you know, throughout most of the first part of it, he's like, you know, does Juri sleep with his clients? There's a girl who loves Akatsuki, and she is trying to get him to sleep with her. And he's been pushing her away, obviously. Now he's sleeping with Juliet, girl, so what the hell did he need you for? But there is this very famous porn star who apparently is, I don't want to say obsessed, but maybe, I don't know. I really don't know the connection. We don't know yet. But she's got some type of situation going on with Juri, and she has some type of arrangement with him that's also kind of giving Yakuza, where, I don't know, she'd be bringing him over so he can have sex with people, or people having sex with him, and she just watches. What's going on with that? What's really happening? I would like to know. And I don't like what I was thinking. I don't like what I was thinking, because it's giving manipulation, not exactly consensually, if you ask me. And unfortunately, that really, like, upsets Akatsuki, because he's like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we were like this. So, you know, he's getting fucked by somebody, and then Akatsuki's fucking that girl who wants to fuck him. And it's just kind of like a breakdown moment, but then it's about to kick off in the next one, girl. And I can't wait. I think the next one comes out next year, unfortunately, but maybe Kodansha will be really awesome and put volume 2 on NetGalley, and I'll let me get it. And lastly, we did Nazumi's First Love Volume 1. I think that I could see myself continuing on with this, because I really want to know what's going to happen, but I want to try to stop myself from, like, buying it as it comes out. And I need to wait until I have a good understanding of how long it will be before then. But this was really interesting. So I'm sorry, did I say Nazumi? Sorry, Nezumi. She has been an assassin since she was a kid, like barely can walk and talk, damn near. And She lives a life of literally just killing. There's really not much else to it. She seems to be working for this organization. I'm getting Yakuza vibes, but I don't think we really explain it. I don't think it's like an assassin's guild, if you will. I just think that like they hire some people to kill people who know how to kill people, you know what I'm saying? But moving on. Basically, that's all she does. Wakes up, kills people, goes to sleep. But the most recent hit that she has to pull off, she has to do it in like a freaking arcade, and she runs into a young guy who's her age who wants to win her a stuffed animal. And it's her first moment of like, oh my gosh, he's really cute. Like, I have a crush. I think basically it was the first time of her being seen by someone that she is also seeing as a person, and not just like walking past them as she's going to do her job or a job, basically, you know? So they have, I think it's 6 years. They have quite a long time where they are seeing each other and they are having some type of relationship. And the moment comes where I'm guessing he's probably going to propose to her or something like that. And her handlers and boss and organization are not okay with that. And she's given a choice: kill him or he's going to die anyway and you're going to die. You know, like, what the fuck? Slash, he's just going to be killed and you're just going to have to deal with it. And from here, it's like, she's like, oh no, I'm just going to train him to be a killer. How about that? So, because here's the thing, they claim that the reason why he had to die is because he saw her kill. But it's like, first of all, how the hell you see that? How'd you see that? But at the same time, I mean, if he, I just don't trust it. I don't think they wanted her. I think the thing is that they don't really want her to have anything that's not only about them. She can't have any autonomy outside of this. She has to be just wake up, kill, go to sleep, wake up, kill, go to sleep. That's it. She's not allowed to have anything outside of that. So can she actually make him into a killer? It seems as though she can by the way that ended, but I'm excited for it. I really, really, really am. So like usual, I brought this heavy bag. Barely read anything in it, and that really pisses me off. I did take myself to Thai food though. It's so good. I got what Devin got last time. It was a crispy duck and chili sauce. And I go there so much. I've been going there so much recently that I actually, the lady who works there, she was like, oh, you're not getting red curry today? You're getting the duck? And I was like, yeah, girl, it was so good the last time I was here. I don't know what the hell y'all did, but it's addictive. I brought the leftovers. Anyway, what we're going to be reading. We're still going to be getting into Deadline. So this is book 2 of the Newsflash / Feed. So I read Feed. Well, I finished Feed this month. This is the second book in that series, and it's still really good. I think the cool thing about this is that, okay, I'm going to kind of give something away. So this is seriously a spoiler. So if you do not want to know what happens at the end of the first book, I'll flash my hands. I'm going to try to remember to do that. Flashing hands now. Here is a spoiler. So at the end of the first book, oh my God. So, as I've said many times, George and Sean are brother and sister, adopted brothers and sister. But basically, they were on the campaign trail, and there has been someone who's been trying to sabotage it for the candidate that they are following. And it's getting so bad that it's now escalated to everybody in After the End Times, which is the blog site company that Sean and George have. They're being threatened. They've been one member was already killed, and their lives are constantly being put in jeopardy by someone that they don't know. And finally, at the very end of the first book, they've failed so many times to kill George and Sean, but they make one last stand. I guess the day that something significant is happening. I can't remember exactly what's going on, but so they make one last attempt, and unfortunately it is semi-successful. Someone who was there basically shot George with the active like Kellis Amberly, so the thing that's like going to amplify you. So everybody's infected with Kellis Amberly, but until you die or something happens, like you are kind of living normally. You're just like, if you die, you're going to be reanimated, or if something happens and like it's elevated, you will be whatever. So she is unfortunately about to be turned to a zombie. Sean is the one who has to kill her. So at the end of the book, she is dead. And he, oh my God, it was just, like, I remember reading that for the first time. It was so traumatic reading that. So the second book is from Sean's perspective because George is not there. And Sean basically is hearing George in his head. He's having conversations with her. He's not doing very well, but it's slowly coming back around, I guess. The thing that's just always so hard every time is like him talking about their adopted parents who like literally don't care about them, really. It's like when they adopted 2 children, but any kind of love they had for a child died when their biological child died, which just sucks. So they're constantly bothering him. I hate reading that part, but anyway, Flashing Hands now, we're done. It's still really good, but because it's been so long since I read it, I don't even remember what all is happening in this one. Actually, I'll just read the back. Okay, so I know I'm going to read the back really quick. It kind of gives a spoiler. So this too is Flashing Hands if you don't want to know. I know it exists, it's a synopsis, but just in case, because it does give a spoiler, I'm going to flash hands and we'll flash hands one more time. Okay. Sean Mason is a man without a mission. Not even running the news organization he built with his sister has the same urgency it used to. Playing with dead things just doesn't seem as fun when you've lost as much as he has. But when a CDC researcher fakes her own death and appears on his doorstep with a ravenous pack of zombies in tow, Sean has a newfound interest in life. Because she brings news, he may have put down the monster who attacked them, but the conspiracy is far from dead. Now Sean hits the road to find what truth can be found at the end of a shotgun. Oh, so this is just so good. So yeah, okay, so the conspiracy is still going on. I forgot about the CDC doctor, which I'm assuming is the doctor that we just met, but I could not remember her in the last book. I just remember the other guy, so... But this is good. It's good to get back into the story. Flashing Hands, sorry. So good. I highly recommend it. I know I've said that a million times, but I mean it. So let's just go over what's in the bag that I didn't end up reading, but we're going to read while we're sitting here. Okay, I really do need to crack open An Entanglement of Rival Wizards. I really want to at least start this. Volume 2 of Monster, like I mentioned. I want to read this, and then I'm going to be selling it right back to Second and Charles, hopefully. You know, I have the 2 things I often never crack open. My iPad and my fucking Kindle that I keep insisting on bringing with me. Well, I'm not mad at it, girl. I'm certainly not mad at it. We'll talk about manhwa later. Because there's... Oh, actually, we do have to talk. We do have to talk a little bit more. Okay, so what else I had? I had The Apothecary Diaries, The Beauty's Blade, Eternal Covenant, Hell is Dark with No Flowers. And then I also had Volume 1, Roar, Volume 2, Dashing Zaddy and his icy protege, I Don't Know Which Is Love, and Common Sense Monster. Oh my God. Okay, what we will talk about, I'm going to try to make it quick. Okay, I have made the executive decision. Okay, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I did not talk about Tears on a Withered Flower for 3 fucking weeks. Why? Because I said, you know what, I'm going to save at least, I was only going to do 2. Saving it for 3 didn't make it better, but it certainly didn't make it worse because 2 would have pissed me off. But I saved my chapters and I said, you know, I'm going to binge it and I'm going to see. No. So my executive decision is I will not be reading Tears on a Withered Flower until it's done. I can't take it anymore. I feel like, okay, now you just introduced a whole another group of people. When am I ever going to get anything answered here? Like, I have no idea what the point is anymore. I don't know what we're going to, like, where are we going with this, right? Because I'm just so utterly bored. It is not that fun, but I do think that it will be fun when it's done. I'm hoping. But like, I honestly, the moment that has stood out the most to me of the only moment that has that has stood out to me is Minchol coming home or coming back to the apartment and seeing the shoes. That has been the one and only time that I've been like, oh my God, I have to. And then we had the hiatus. So it was like, oh, it built it. Like I was really excited. And since then it's just like, I'm bored again. Like, I don't know why. You've introduced another person again. And it's like, okay, I don't think it's going to get fun if that makes sense. It's just going to get more complicated, but not in a fun way. It's not going to, like, I like a messy thing. Okay. Do y'all see me? Do y'all see how I behave when I'm reading the Remarried Empress? Okay. I like a good mess, but it's exciting. And as I've said before, like the thing with Remarried Empress, it's like, it's low, high stakes, right? Something happens, but something seems crazy is going to happen, but then it always ends up hopefully working out in Navier's favor, right? So like something was very shocking to me last week, but it gets wrapped up very quickly and it's like, oh, okay, I had no need to worry. But it was good to have the moment of like drama. With Tears on a Withered Flower, like that has really only been the Minchol seeing the shoes. I can't think of any other thing that's happened in that story that it's been like, oh my God, I have to tune in. Like I just got lucky that when I started it, there were many episodes and I kept going. Like I started it this year. It was well into its episodes. But since then it's just like, man, I feel like I do more complaining about Tears on a Withered Flower than I do talking about how I'm excited about it. So I think it's just clear I need to give it a break and come back to it later because I am absolutely bored. Heisu is boring to me. I am tired of her just constantly looking like, what? I wonder. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from her. And she's not even doing anything. That's the crazy part. She's barely even doing anything. But that also might be the issue. She doesn't ask enough questions. She is so timid. I do understand why, but at what point is she going to not be like this anymore? Like, I need her to stop being like this. It is so frustrating. I understand that she's in the dark about a lot of things, so I can have some sympathy for that, but at the same time, it's like, I need you to be a little different right now. But it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna pick it back up. We're gonna pick it back up when it's done. That's just how it's gonna happen. I have high hopes that it will be very good, but right now I'm bored. So that's what's happening. Same thing might be with Operation True Love. I think I'm 2 episodes behind. I might check in and see, but that may be another one that I just have to wait until it's over because I'm sick. I'm sick and tired. But anyway, we're going to get into all of this. We're going to read all of this and we're going to have a lot of fun. I will see you guys a little later tonight with some more updates. And yeah, and maybe because, I did so good, I'll crack into that stack. Not this tiny one, but the big one. Because that's the one that's completely different than everything I said I was going to read. We'll see. Got some bangers in there and I really want to get into them. So see you later. Actually, surprise. We're shopping the shelves really quick. So I can't help it. I'm just in the mood to just pick something new up. Then I think it's just like I like to get my hands physically on something different. So I know how I said that, kind of I said this, that I need to basically have a timeline for like the stuff that I bring into the house and read, right? So I am going to say that like a lot of the stuff that I have along these shelves and kind of stacked, these series that I bought like the whole thing of and like I haven't started. I'm going to really prioritize those next year because there's a good chance that I might sell them. We just have to see if I like them. There's series that I know that I will always keep, even if I don't reread it all the time. Like The Promised Neverland, like I'm not going to reread that every year, but it's one of my favorite series, so she stays, right? But anyway, part of that was also anything I bring in, I should probably read it within like the first few months that I bought it. So this side of the table, this stack, this is all stuff that I've already talked about. It's not new. And then I've kind of been trying to reorganize some things. I got a new figure, this Mau figure, but I tried to put it over here and it just did not work. Like, it didn't make sense. So yeah, I was trying to figure some things out and didn't quite work. But we're going to pull from this side of the table, where it's a bunch of stuff that I will talk about when the month is over, because I had bought these things. So I think I want to read all of my one-shot BL that I recently bought. Today I went to Barnes & Noble and I got Wimpy Demon King and Tsundere. I can never pronounce that hero. Why can't I pronounce it? It is so hard. So I definitely want to read that. Call Me Master. Dysfunctional Family. Now, this isn't a one-shot. This is like a series, but I still want to pick it up. And then Afterglow. I have some other things here. I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I get into any of these. I kind of want to get into No God in Eden Volume 2. But yeah, I just want to pick some stuff out. I want variety. I don't know. You know, I'm just so moody all the time. But here we are. I'm about to go sit back down. Had to take a break and then talk about that really quick. But we're reading. We're reading in a second, I promise. Hey, all right. So today is Monday. It's Black Friday week. But I have today off. I'm going to go pick up my medication, go to Brulala, of course, and I'm probably going to get just like a few more manga before the month is up. And I realized I never do like a look at my outfit. So I figured, you know what, let's go for it, because I've not worn this sweater in a long time and I never do it, so why not? So this is, girl, okay. So you can't really, I don't know if you can really tell, but I have this Otaku Hours Samurai Champloo shirt. I got this like 2 years ago, I think. I've got my 02 hat. Personal fears. These are from Amazon from a long time ago. Rings I've collected along the way. My goth days. Bagu. Regular, like Halara. Flared pants. And I don't know how to fucking lift my foot up like that, but I'm not super tall. I don't know if anybody knows how tall I am or cares to know, but I'm like 5'8", but I still, girl, we're gonna do a kick now. Yeah! We do like Vans platform shoes, so it makes me a little taller, which I like. So yeah, I just wanted to do like a look at my outfit situation, because I really, really like this sweater and I don't ever wear it. It actually is not as itchy as I thought it would, because this is like embroidered on, or not embroidered, stitch. I don't know what the right word is. This is not like embroidered, but something. And there's not like a thing, like a lining. And that's the reason why I hadn't worn it so often, because I was like, I wonder if it's gonna be too itchy, but it's not. It's fine. So yes, it's time to go out. It's time to get things done, and then we'll come back and we'll read. And we'll also start editing the video from last week. Welcome back, everybody. So it is 5:30. I think we talked, what time did we talk earlier today? Probably like 11, maybe 11 in the morning. It's been a while. I've been very productive. I'm very, very proud of myself. As I've already said, today is Monday the 24th. So the next 2 days are pretty busy for me. I work all day. Thursday I'm off, but I'm not really off because we're celebrating Thanksgiving with Devin's family, and then with my parents we'll do it sometime later, because we're not going to be actually eating any Thanksgiving food. We're going to actually go out to eat or something like that in a really nice restaurant that we've never been to before. But today is my only day off of the week where I could just do whatever I wanted in my house, because we're not doing Thanksgiving in our house. So I've been very productive and I'm really proud of myself. So had some success at Books A Million. Nothing that I was actually looking for was there yet, but I did find like 3 or 4 things that I wanted. I know, but we're still doing good. We're still going strong. Organized everything over there for the eventual November haul. Yes, I still managed to buy things in November, but I was going to say it's not as much as you think, but 'cause I don't know. 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 it might be more than you probably thought it would be. Or maybe you're not surprised by me. But I also am going to hold off on it because I ordered things from Hansama along with the monthly box I get. I have been looking for the second volume of Reanima, this one here. I got this in my Hansama box and I really, really liked this. I wanted to continue on with the series, but I could never find it online. I never saw it in store, and you can get the second volume on Hansama because if they give you one volume in your box, like they will, for the most part, provide the extra volumes after that, but you have to choose it as an add-on product. So when I saw that this was there, I was like, oh shit, I'm definitely getting this. And so I went ahead and just ordered other stuff that I'm looking forward to. So Spacewalking with You Volume 2, some other volumes in a series I recently got, something else. I think I ordered like 5 extra books. So I think I'm going to be getting like a total of like 8 things. It's going to be a big box. It's going to be the most I've ever ordered from Hansama. So it'll be interesting. So I'm going to hold off on the haul until the Hansama gets here because it usually gets here the first week of the next month. So I'm receiving the November box, but it'll get here in December. So I've got a huge haul to talk about. Okay, third thing, did my 10 before the end video, so I'm really happy about that. Did I even say about this? I've edited last week's vlog. I did it all in one go, kind of. I did an hour, gave myself a break, did whatever I wanted to do, and then came back, and I was gonna hold it off to tomorrow, but I'm so glad I did it because everything is done now. So I'm very, very excited. That way, because the 10 before the end video is shorter, it'll be a lot easier for me, I don't know, like on Wednesday or something, maybe Thursday after we're done, if we come home or if we don't get there too early, I can just go ahead, edit that, make it very quick, upload that before the week is over. Because I really try to do 2 videos a week if I can help it. Obviously the vlogs are very long, so they take up a lot of time, but I'm trying really hard to do more than just hauls and vlogs. I am getting tired of myself. I mean, I love me, girl. I love to, I mean, I rewatch my own videos because it's funny for me to like go back and like see me just being very dramatic. I find myself very funny. I do enjoy me. I do. You have to enjoy you, girl. You have to make yourself laugh. And I'm the number one person who makes me laugh, and Devin's second. Okay. And I think that's the same way for him. Except I'm number 1 for him. And he's number 2. I'm the funniest one in this house, if you ask me. And that's not me being cocky or anything. That's just the truth. Okay, Devin would tell you. Okay, Devin would tell you too. He'll be in the comments saying it, and I'm not even gonna have to press him to do that. He's gonna do it himself. But anyway, I am also getting tired of the fact that like I don't have as much variety for you guys, and I want to have more variety. I'm just not that creative. And then I like second guess myself a lot when I'm doing a book tag. If I don't think about the question, if I don't actually think about answers for the question beforehand, I ramble, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I don't like this. I don't like the way this sounds. I just get really overwhelmed and like insecure about it. Just a little tidbit about me. So we're trying to bring you some extra fun stuff, especially in December. I even made a list of videos I want to do, so I'm excited. And honestly, if there's any video that you guys want to see, which technically you will see this after the fact, but it's fine. Maybe I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll on there too. But if you have other thoughts, put it in the comments. Like if you want to see certain things from me, like I would love to show you guys more, do more tags or anything that you're looking forward to, or anything you want me to talk about. Eventually, before the year is over, we will be doing a full tour because I haven't done a tour in the year of 2025, and I really, really want to. Every single time I go to do one, the room doesn't look exactly like I want it to, but realistically, it's never going to look perfect in terms of being clean. So I might as well just give you guys a tour of what it actually looks like. So that is something to come, which I'm really excited. So yes, today was very productive. I was very, very proud of myself. Got this whole done, got this whole thing edited. It is now, saving or whatever. We'll upload it tomorrow to maybe be posted on Wednesday, and then 10 before, and then it'll be on Friday. We'll see. But yeah, got that organized. Certain things are clean. Got the outdoor lights set up, which is just like a big Govee thing, which just like projects pictures on the fucking house. But I've been very, very proud of myself, and I'm trying really hard to have a positive attitude this week. I had an attitude last week, which you guys didn't see, but Devin had to hear all about it. And you know what? I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be negative, because it might ruin Thursday. And I can't have that, you know, because we're spending time with Devin's family and I love them a lot. So not that I would ever let that happen, but you know, like, you don't want to bring a negative energy into, like, you don't want to bring a negative energy. So I'm going to be much better tomorrow and Wednesday. We might not talk. We will see though. You might see me in the car because obviously I'll be reading between stores. I'm going to be going to the same fucking 3 stores all day. They're driving me crazy with this job, y'all, but it is what it is. It pays the bills, pays for all this fucking shit. So I can't complain too much. But yeah, we've got a lot. It's going to be really busy, but I'm looking forward to it. And once the week is over, I only have 3 weeks of work in December because we always get the final week off. So really, I have no reason to be mad because this week is going to be pretty hectic. But you know what? After that, smooth sailing. And then we're going into a new year, which this year has been crazy. It's been very emotional. It's been a little hard. I'm going to go into next year being really positive. So blah, 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 blah. Enough rambling. I am bringing this stuff into my living room though. So this is all stuff. I probably will pull Happy Crappy Life out. Maybe. I have not read volume 3. I feel like I have to reread volume 2, but all of this I got in my last haul basically. And I want to start transitioning stuff into the living room because I'm going to obviously be starting new reading stuff. I've done a really good job. I only have like 2 or 3 volumes left that I said I wanted to finish in October. So we're doing really good. I'm very, very happy, but enough rambling. It's getting long again. Sorry. Hopefully that stuff will get read. I'm going to transition stuff out. Everything's good. Connie is awesome. That's right. I'm excited. So, Devin's coming home. Obviously we're going to hang out tonight because it's Monday. Got to have my Debbie time and he's got to have his Connie time. He's been asking for a lot from me, but you know what? I'm always going to give him Connie time because, well, that's really not asking for too much if you ask me, but yes. Thanks you guys. I will see you later. Hopefully tomorrow in the car. I will obviously have quite a few books with me to pass the time since I really cherish the breaks I get. But yes, see you either later tonight or tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody. Today is Black Friday. I am home from work. I changed. I'm feeling good. I've eaten. All I had for breakfast was a banana and a cup of coffee. I don't know why I did that to myself. When I came home, I had a burrito. So good, so good. But today ended up not being that bad. And honestly, I think the rest of the weekend will be fine. So yes, I stressed myself out for no fucking reason, but what else is new? That's just who I am. This is just Connie. But luckily everything went well and I really wasn't stuck in traffic that long, so yay. So yeah, we have not had a lot of reading done, unfortunately. We had a great day yesterday with Devin's family. I had 2 really good days, Tuesday and Wednesday. I was working, but yeah, after Monday, which I think was the last time I talked to you guys, girl, I fell off the face of the earth. Devin and I hung out every night when he came home, so it was really nice, but I didn't really get a lot of reading done. But what I did focus a lot on is The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. This has been the thing that I've been kind of binging. I'm almost to the halfway mark and we just had our kiss moment where, you know, just a passionate embrace, which we have to stop immediately because what the fuck, we're rivals. And I just love this. So I'm going to read the back because I feel like I've talked about it before, but I don't think I'm going to do a good job of explaining everything. So let's read the back again. Will they conjure love or evoke chaos? 2 rival wizards are about to find out. Sebastian Walsh. This is Sebastian. Evocation Department, human, the first of his family to pick college over the military. Alethior. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Torrail? Who knows? Conjuration Department, half-elf, pretentious asshole, the latest legacy, Torrell, Lacera U. Both Magus Research Grant finalists. Sebastian refuses to let anyone snatch his away, least of all a snob riding on old money. But what's worse than nemesis stealing your grant? You could both get it under the condition you work together. But Theo's broody takes up their shared lab space with his projects and his biceps, brings treats for Sebastian's familiar. When Sebastian's past with the tutorials forces him to choose between his research or Theo, the decision should be simple. But while working with his rival is volatile, falling for his rival might blow up Sebastian's future. This has been very, very fun, and I'm interested to see where it goes, because now reading this again, reading the back, I don't even think I read this when I bought this in an Enemies to Lovers. I just bought it because I wanted to, but I don't remember that part. So there's going to have to be a choice, unfortunately. So yes, Sebastian, he seems to be an only child. I'm not sure if he is, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the impression that he is. His father seems to be someone who has always been in the military, kind of like a legacy of the family. Sebastian is the one who is breaking from tradition, I guess you could say. But he doesn't have a really close relationship with his parents in the first place. And we keep getting references to some incident that happened when he was younger that seems to have ruined the reputation for several people, not just Sebastian. It affected his father, it affected his friend, and it affected the Toriel family, who was a part of whatever, I don't know, it's not a summer camp, but let's just say a summer camp situation that Sebastian and his friend were involved in. Sebastian has an anger issue. He is very, very volatile. I know they're talking about their relationship, but honestly, like, the more I read it, like, Sebastian is really the one who tends to who flies off the handle a lot. He is quick to be angry, and he can use magic. So there's a lot of things that he does that causes chaos. But part of the thing that he's researching is, I think, to find a way to not be so explosive, right? So it seems like when he is so angry, he can take a spell that could be like, okay, it shouldn't be that serious. He can take it from a 1 and he shoots it to 11. That's how explosive he can be with his anger. And he really doesn't know how to control it. And I believe through this grant, that's what he's trying to do. Alethior is a little different. Yes, he comes from old money, but he is clearly very, very different from his family. And we don't quite know why yet. I think it has to do with his mother, who we just got kind of introduced to. So they're both working together. They're working together to see how both of their research coincides, right? Because what they're both dealing with, it's very similar. They both are kind of dealing with the same thing, just from just different parts, right? Is there a way to get what you're looking for through the evocation side or the conjuration side, you know? So you have to work together. But Sebastian, he wants to work for a nonprofit. He wants to release his research to the greater public for free. He is not trying to profit off of it, but Alethior's family wants to profit off of whatever Alethior does. Now, Alethior has said, look, don't worry, Sebastian, I'm not gonna let them have your stuff. But I mean, obviously, based off the damn bag, it's not like that's not gonna happen. But I think the issue is that I think Alethior genuinely does not want to work with his family with the way that they do things, because I don't think he gets along with them. And his mother seems to be completely separate from his father's side of the family. And that's where the Toriel name comes from. So obviously, Alethior's family doesn't have the best reputation in terms of being good people, I guess you could say. But he seems to be different. So yeah, we've just gotten to the part where they have their kiss. Obviously, we know that was going to happen. That's not much of a spoiler. But before this, I will have put a spoiler up there, because you know what's going to happen. It's enemies to lover. They're going to kiss. But it sounds like something, oh God, I mean, there's just so much going on. There's something going on with Sebastian's friend, like I mentioned. Something very, very, oh, I just feel so bad for him. I feel so sad for Auroch. He seems like a really nice person. He's got to make a huge choice as well, and it deals with his family. So it's a lot of family dynamics. I think a lot of overbearing parents and family that feel entitled to these college students' lives, their decisions, their dreams. Like, you know, Sebastian's mom and his father are trying to get Sebastian to look at this grant, you know, joint grant situation as a great thing, because you can find a way to make the Toriel family, you can make your father look better to the Toriel family. Okay. Alethior, he's dealing with an aunt or a cousin, I think. Somebody on his dad's side of the family who is just like everybody else. Wants to take advantage of what's going on, wants to take And honestly, I think what Sebastian's biggest fear is that he doesn't want them to take his research and turn it into a way to hurt people, basically. You know, it's like in the crazies, okay? You put something in the water on accident, now everybody is going crazy, but it's a bioweapon, and it's like, oh, well, so the bioweapon was supposed to hurt people, you know what I'm saying? So that's what he doesn't want to happen. Something's obviously got to give at some point, which really sucks, and I feel really, really bad for them. But obviously, everything I think is going to go well in the end. We'll see. But this is there's going to be a second book, I think. When I logged this into StoryGraph, it seemed like this will be like a series. I'm wondering if we will just follow a rock, maybe. I don't know that we're going to meet anybody else. That'll be interesting if we do. Because, you know, usually what happens with romance novels, you meet the first couple and then you see the next few books are like a side couple that gets their own story. But this has been really good. I've also been reading Deadline, which is the second book after Feed. That's been really good. But I'm taking my time with it. I'm not really binging it. We're getting to like the big point of the plot, which is people who had the kind of, should I say mutation? I don't know if that's the right word, but you know, everybody's infected with Kellis Amberly, which if you die or it amplifies, you turn into a zombie. But some people have certain parts, usually their eyes, that the virus is more active in, so it makes it look like you're a zombie, but you're really not. It's just that the virus has kind of like amplified only in here, right? So what we end up finding out is apparently many people who have that mutation have been dying suspiciously. Why are they all dying? They aren't doing anything different, but it seems as though they're being murdered and not like, oh, I'm just dying of natural causes. So then we start to find out that there's cloning happening. It's bringing my memories back. The clone thing is a really big like deal in the Newsflash series, but it's also a big deal in the Parasite series that Mira Grant does. So she did another series that's kind of zombies. It's a little bit different. It's that instead of, if I remember correctly, it's not within the same universe, but it's very similar in that these people start seeming like zombies, but it's more of about a parasite instead. So I'm pretty sure that had to do with cloning as well, but it's really fun. I really would recommend, I highly, highly, highly recommend the series. I'm going to be doing, thank you to everybody who voted on the YouTube post. I'm going to be doing like a recommendation video of like books, manga, and manhwa that I recommend. And Mira Grant's going to be on there. I just love the series. And now that I'm rereading it, it's like the perfect opportunity to put it on there. But of the two manga that I read, I picked up A Man Who Defies the World of BL Volume 1. This is also a live action show that I want to watch. I'm pretty sure it's on Viki, and I have Viki, so I'm gonna pop it open. It's really, really cute. But yeah, I read this yesterday before we went to Devin's family's house because I was like, I haven't read in so long and I have time. So I went ahead and read this. It's so short. It was very, very easy and simple. I'm actually really wanting, because the whole point is he's now in a BL world. He knows that he's in a BL world. So he knows the things to look for. He knows what to watch out for. So it's like, okay, I know that if I say yes to this thing, this could trigger this thing. But if I say no to it, it could also trigger it this way. So I have to find a way to not get wrapped up in all of the BL storylines. So it's really cute. It's very different than like Rebirth in a BL game in that this is, well, it's a woman, first of all, in the other one. And she's reborn into a dating sim that she had played before, except she's in the sequel. And even though she is a woman, she obviously, technically she is a woman, but she's reborn as a man in the game, kind of. Yeah, not even kind of. I mean, that is what happens. It's just hard. It's hard to explain our main character because are you describing them as they are now that you're meeting them, or who they are because they're cognizant of who they are? Like they're aware of who they were before they got rebirthed in here. It's crazy. But the difference is that like she's like, no, I'm a Fujoshi. The BL's for everyone else. I'm just here to sit on the side and adore it and love it. So I'm just gonna end up with a woman. But like you're not gonna end up with a woman because you're in the sequel. So you are the main character. So it's a really funny concept. Whereas this one, he's a man. he knows what's going on, and he's attracted to women. So what's going to happen? Is he going to eventually end up with a man? It would be interesting to see, because I think it's really odd. Well, it's not really obvious. I'm just assuming that in Rebirth in a BL game, I think that she is going to end up having to pick someone, but I don't know yet. So I'm really excited. And then I picked up Eternal Covenant Volume 1. This is really interesting. So yeah, I have to look and see if this is actually completed online. It's probably on, shit, if I have my iPad, I don't have my iPad, do I? No. I wonder if this is like on TappyTune or something, because if it's complete, I might just go ahead. God damn, his hand is fucking big. I didn't even notice that thing. Lord. Some men have big hands, I guess. But yeah, I gotta see if this is complete, because I would actually like to get this knocked out. This would be kind of fun, I think. But it's interesting. Basically, you've got a guy who is working for one kingdom. He's got some type of magic, but he has always been made to feel like and believed that it was a curse. He just was not able to control it. So throughout his whole life, he's felt like an outcast. And at one point, because he's an orphan, he is like kind of taken in by, are they the Knights Templar or some shit? Type of weird thing? I don't know. But like a convent, you know, I don't know, Army for Jesus type thing. I don't really know I don't know how to explain it, but basically they're fighting for God and country. Is that what it is? I don't know. Yeah, he's taken in by a priest who's also into war, I guess. I don't know how you get those things. Well, that's actually pretty common when you think about it in history. But anyway, but it seems like that priest, who may not know, that's the thing we have to decide. We have to find out. Does the priest actually know what's going on with our main character? And is he doing things to subdue his magic and basically kind of string him along? Because you know how it's going to be. I don't know. But then enter this guy. He's from a completely different kingdom that it seems like he was trying to frame like a big situation for. He has the same magic. So he is now trying to work out a way to get him to kind of understand what's really going on. It's interesting. I'm liking it. God damn. I also read something on a webtoon. I was reading it last week and early this week. It was To Whom It No Longer Concerns, I think. I'll put the picture up. That's really interesting. I really like it. It's it's a woman getting revenge on all of these shitty people who hurt her, and she's reborn, and she's gonna do it all over again, and she's gonna fuck you guys up. And I love that. Y'all know I love that kind of story. So I'm not very far in it, but her plan's slowly working. So I'm really excited. I need to get back into Remarried Empress. I think one of the episodes just unlocked for me, but I noticed on Twitter, people were talking about how there were certain titles on Webtoon that the whole thing is free, but they're about to go to paid for or watch an ad. And I'm kind of following all of those, and I want to read every single thing that is free right now on Webtoon before it becomes like something you have to pay for. I don't really care about paying for it. It's fine, but I mean, why not take advantage of it? So I'm going to be doing that. I'm not caught up on Sacred Life of a webcomic artist yet. Y'all know that stresses me out, and I want to be sick the way Yanni behaves, and I would like to see her put in handcuffs and thrown in jail, because man, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. And I've just said no. Simply, I don't accept it. I don't agree. So stop that. What else? What else is going on? Oh man, I got a shit ton of stuff I got to catch up on. And then I unlocked all of something on Lezen that the first volume popped up at Books A Million. I was like, well, I might as well, because it was on a good sale. That's right. It was on a good sale. I'll put the picture of that too. But we got to catch up on other stuff. There's been some episodes I'm not really like, I caught up on them on Lezen, but they weren't that great. Like the one with Yes Ma'am. It was okay. It was okay. But I wish it had been longer. Same thing with Backlight. The Backlight episode was good, but like not really anything happened. They just fucked, and that's fine. I'll read it. But I wanted more. I wanted a little bit more. But yes, we're going to be reading some more. We won't talk about what I'm going to be reading. We're just going to fucking get into it. And then you guys will see me again, and we will talk about what we're going to be reading. So I will see you guys again a little bit later. Hopefully not too long later. We'll figure out what to watch. I don't know. I got some good things to watch over, but I don't want to watch something I haven't seen in a long time, because I'm just going to be watching that. We'll figure it out. But yes, I will see you guys again in a second. Okay, so I read Yankee in Caramelizer, or Caramelizer. Remember when I couldn't figure out what the hell that word was when I first did a haul with it? This was really cute. I actually wish that this was longer, but basically you're following these two guys. They're in high school. It seems to be their final year of high school, if not the final one, maybe like their juniors or something like that. The brunette, whose name is Akito, he seems to be a pretty well-liked, nice guy in school, but what we eventually learn about him is that he can't really stick to anything. So even though he does plan on going to college, it doesn't seem like he really knows exactly what he wants to do. But it seems like he has like a passion for things that have to do with like social media and maybe like being a producer or managing someone. So that seems to be something that he wants to do in life. He is in class with someone named Maki, who is basically, well, who is this guy here. He is like a delinquent. He doesn't seem to have any friends. He's very quiet. But because Akito is so much like into social media and all this stuff, he is following this particular Instagram that seems like it's a pretty private thing because you don't see who the person is. But because Akito has a keen eye, he notices Maki's reflection in one of the pictures. And he's like, oh, this is his Instagram, and he is a baker. So he hatches up a plan to work with Maki, and he's like, hey, I really want to try the stuff that you make, and I want to help you get more followers on Instagram. Maki is very standoffish. We find out as time goes on that he has always liked things that were considered girly. It really pisses me off that when we see the situation with his mom and the dad, like, God forbid a child experiment with clothing and lipstick. God forbid a young boy likes a doll. I swear, I can't stand people, dude. And I say it time and time again. Parents are some of children's first bullies, and y'all need to be stopped. Okay, you don't get to do that shit. Love the child unconditionally, goddammit. But yeah, Maki, tries to stay away from people, doesn't want to really be involved with anybody. He's hurt by people, and specifically that fucking mom of his, bitch. I said it, I did it, and I wouldn't take it back. I won't. She's a bitch. And fuck his dad too. He's very reluctant to work with Akito, but Akito's the kind of person who's very extroverted. He doesn't quite understand boundaries in space, but you can appreciate the fact that he really wants to see Maki be successful because he believes in the thing that he clearly has a passion for. Obviously, this is a love story. Eventually, we see that they may have a moment. But yeah, I thought that this was really good, and I wish that it was longer. If this ever gets a second volume, I would love to read that because I would love to see them now as adults, just kind of living their lives. Like, we don't know exactly what happens to them. Maki could end up being a famous baker, Akito could be a famous, what's the word? Filmographer? You know what I'm trying to say. It seems like he would also probably be good about like making documentaries and not just like he's a good cameraman. He doesn't want to be in front of the camera. He wants to be behind it. So it would be really interesting if like Akito became someone who was a director of some kind, or I just think that's really interesting. So this was really cute. Now I'm struggling with this one. I'm almost to the halfway mark. I don't know which is love. I have the 4th volume in my wish list, but I'm inclined to think that I might be dropping this. I really feel bad about it, but I cannot stand our main female character, or really any of the women around her. I really don't like any of them, to be quite honest with you. Specifically, Maria, this woman who is a teacher, who is really taking advantage of how naive and really annoying this fucking main character is, to be quite honest. I can't stand her ass. It's hard. I'm obviously going to finish this volume, but I don't think I want to continue this. And honestly, I think I might be selling these 3 volumes that I own because I can't see myself ever rereading this personally. So like, okay. our main female character, she had a crush on her childhood female friend, really, really liked her, thought that, like, okay, I'm going to confess to her and everything's going to be fine. But in the end, her best friend is like, no, I'm going to date a guy. And isn't this great? I've got a boyfriend. This obviously is very, very tough on our main female character. So, and everything kicks off at graduating high school. So when she gets into college, she's like, okay, I am going to, really explore. I want a girlfriend. I want to meet women. And of course, the whole point here is that she is this so innocent, sweet girl that all of these girls just fall in love with her. But all of these women that surround her are so, like, manipulative in some way. And that's what I don't like about it. I also don't like the fact that she seems so... I can't even think of the word. I just don't like... I don't like when... Really? You haven't consumed any media or anything, read a book, watched a movie, had any other fucking interaction with people that you, like, understand the way of things? Like, it's almost like she was born yesterday. Does that make sense? And I don't like that. It's so annoying. I don't like that naive, a way that they make, like, I'm just so innocent. I can't even, like, she's getting, like, essentially, like, assaulted by some of these people, especially her roommate. I don't like her roommate. Her roommate is obsessed with her smell. Personally, I don't like those. I don't like those parts of stories where it's like, I just can't get enough of your scent. Granted, I love the way Devin smells, but I'm not getting horny for a stranger who's my roommate and I'm basically groping her. That's how her roommate is. Her roommate is constantly groping her, constantly touching her. She's very uncomfortable, but that apparently doesn't matter. Maria, the teacher, ma'am, there's a power dynamic here. What the fuck are you doing? They just kissed in this one. She knows that she shouldn't be doing that, which makes it feel like she's done this before because she makes these comments that makes it seem like she grooms people. And I don't like her. Then you have Karen. Karen is apparently, I don't even know Karen just makes out with everybody. I don't care about that. That's not that big of a deal. But it's just like, so she's constantly making out with people. Now she's got a thing for our main female character. So she kind of is manipulative in the way that she gets them to make out. She's also made out with someone else, her roommate. Her roommate took advantage of her in that situation. What? And then there's this other woman who actually, Riri seems like the most normal. Riri actually seems like the most, I mean, knock on manga, because anything could change at this point. Then you have the other chick who's like androgynous, who likes our main female character's voice so much that she gets her to record a weird thing where, because she has a fetish / kink of listening to, girl, what is it? It's like incest stuff, which I'm assuming is like stepbrother, stepsister, if I remember correctly, because that was from the first volume. So she convinces her to do audio pretending to be her stepsister. Now, what the fuck is going on? Now, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore. Now they're going to be in a play? Why is this even happening? Everybody keeps interrupting every interaction she has. So she's supposed to be on a date with Karen, except the fucking chick who has the weird fetish is here. But not only that, she then interrupted the conversation that she had with Maria. Girl, don't get me started about Maria. I can't stand her. She's interrupting her, then Karen's interrupting her. Everybody's interrupting each other. And then she literally never stands up for herself. I think that's the thing that really, really, really gets me frustrated, is that it's like, stop. Please, stand up and speak up. Can you please speak up for yourself, for the love of God? You're essentially 21 at this point. I can't take it. So, yeah, I'm really going to have to force myself to finish this. And it's hard. So I think I'm going to have to put it down, actually, and move on to something else, because I don't like this. And now the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm like, you know what? I actually don't like this. And I need to be a little bit, I'm always like, so like, I should just finish it because I bought it. but I shouldn't force myself to read something I don't really like. Because it was already felt like a chore to fucking read volume 1 and 2. I mean, I remember that. I remember really struggling. So, actually, the first thing I will be doing, besides putting this to the side, is I'm going to go on Amazon and take that off my wish list, because I don't think I can continue this. I don't even think there's a way to redeem it by the end, because it's just going to be the same cycle. I don't think that there's anything wrong with her not just like dating the first girl that that seems to like her. The problem is that there doesn't seem to be any single woman, maybe Riri, the girl who's like a model or whatever. She's the only one who has not done something that is extremely egregious. But obviously you're not going to be with Maria. You're not going to be with your roommate. You're not going to be with Karen, probably. You're not going to be with the androgynous chick. Like, there might even be a fifth bitch I don't even remember, because that's how many fucking women. We probably will get another one. We probably go to a fifth one, because now we just found out that someone's obsessed with Karen, which she might end up being obsessed with this girl. Who knows? But at the end of the day, like, I want her. I don't mind if she didn't have the personality she had, because the issue is that all of these women are taking advantage of her, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they're taking advantage of her, and then she is so sheltered, no fucking life experience apparently, that she can't see that is actually what's going on, and then she's just getting flustered constantly, and it's like, ugh, girl, you're reading a book that this bitch wrote, and it's like, I need you to just do a Reddit story, at least. I mean, I don't know what's going on. She just drives me crazy. Anyway, we're moving on. We also have Jurassic Park up on the screen. I might be changing that. But I'm nice, comfy, cozy, warm. I got the heater on. I got the heat blanket on. I am fully suited up. Okay, I have thick socks on. I have long ass pants. I have a shirt, a zipped up hoodie with the hood on. Okay, I'm cold. But we're going to keep on reading, and we're going to keep on going. I think I want to crack open my iPad soon. I don't know. I haven't really read anything on Lezen. I've just been so busy, but we'll see. I'm going to pick something up. But, I still have this stack here. I'm still trying to get through the stuff that I said I wanted to read in October, though. I've got a few things lingering. So we'll see. But I'll see you guys in a second. All right. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so it's Tuesday morning. Honestly, I don't want to go to work, and I'm probably not. I'm going to probably change my schedule, because, like, it's really gloomy and rainy outside today. I don't feel like driving in that. And it's going to be, like, 2 days that are like this, so I don't want to work today. Boom! So we're going to stay home. I might not stay in the house, though. Girl, it's see, here's the thing. I knew it was going to be cold today, and I was like, ooh, this is perfect. The stores that I will go to will take me to the pho restaurant I like to go to. But I don't think it's a good idea to, well, I would probably be fine. I don't fear for my life on the road right now, but I don't really like driving in the rain. I don't like driving at night either. So rain and nighttime, I can't stand those. So that's why we're staying home. But I will be getting Thai food, because Thai food is like 10 minutes away from me. I should be good. Delicious. Anyway, let's talk about what we've read. We'll talk about this first, because it literally hit 9, and I was like, it's Jinx Day, baby. It's time to get into Jinx, everybody. And yeah, she didn't disappoint. I love you, Jinx. You mean the world to me. It was just so short. I wish it was longer. But now we're into the sexy moments, and you know what? I'm excited for that, because I think this time for them, like, being together, okay, so here's a spoiler. So spoiler head, if you haven't caught up with the most recent episodes, Jake Young, he apologized to Kim Dan, and he has been making a point to be nicer than what he's used to being, because, Jake Young's version of nice isn't necessarily how me and you probably would be nice. Granted, I am seeing on Twitter that because Lezen is really cheaping out on paying real people to translate. They're using AI to translate, or they're just not doing a good job of translating. Like I've noticed that on Twitter, a lot of people who are reading it in Korean, even manhwa and other, creators have been talking about the fact that like the translations are not quite right. So it seems like Jake Young is a lot meaner than he actually is being if you were actually looking at through the way that you would be saying it in Korean. To a certain extent, like I kind of got that impression, but I never really thought that some of the ways that he spoke to Dan were always like super duper mean. Like when some people pointed out, I just would think like, okay, based off his personality, I don't tend to like people who are like, I'm just blunt. I don't like people like that because oftentimes it's just like, I'm mean, you know what I mean? Or I don't care if I hurt your feelings. That's kind of how Jake Young seems to me. Although, again, based off of his background and his history and his childhood, it's like, I can see why to him being straightforward, there's nothing tied to it. Like it's, I think some of the ways that he speaks and that he's just straightforward, it's not to hurt anyone's feelings or make anybody feel welcome either. It's just, I'm just telling you this, but now that we've gotten to a better place, like they're about to make love, y'all. Okay. We're not talking about, they're going to get real freaky nasty in these next coming chapters, but they're about to make love tonight, girl, because the first thing he did, he snatched him up out the fucking hallway, started making out with him. Oh, yes, I screamed a lot. I was very excited. Okay, moving on. Backlight is on hiatus. It's not coming back to like, I think it's at the 10th. That's sad to me. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I started reading something called Peaches and Dream. What the fuck is this? The art is stunning. I mean, you can't say that the art is not gorgeous for Peaches and Dream. The story? What the fuck is going on? This is a fever dream, a steampunk Omegaverse. Fucking weird ass shit. I have no idea. Basically, there are these... I can't even begin to explain what's going on. And I can't open it up because I think one of the chapters have a wiener as the thumbnail. So I can't even... Well, okay, hold on. We're going to put this aside. There we go. Okay, I forgot about that. All right, born and raised on a diet of peaches, a Do Myung named Seolwan was destined to become a courtesan to the highest class, an exquisite creation known as jade feet. But when his incomplete body is deemed defective and dangerous, he's cast aside as a failed product, discarded like broken porcelain. Before he can be sold off cheaply, a mysterious attack leaves him unconscious. When he wakes, he learns he has already been bought for a staggering sum by an unknown master. His search for answers leads him to the Dream Palace, a sprawling casino ruled by an enigmatic Jay, a man whose beauty and power are matched only by his madness. Cursed by a succubus, Jay suffers from uncontrollable fits of desire and delirium. The only cure, it seems, lies in the stray Do Myung, the discarded creation, who may now hold the key to both salvation and ruin. Okay, I think you can see from here, the art's beautiful. And it is, period, point blank, it's gorgeous. But the story is so confusing. We just saw them on the battlefield. I don't even, were they there the last episode? I don't even remember what we were doing in the last episode. I thought they were just doing it. Now they're on the fucking battlefield for some reason. There are flying penises, flying penis monsters. I think I can show that. I can show that. We'll look at that really quick. What's going on here? Okay. What's happening? But look. Oh my God. I don't even think my camera does it justice. Like, everybody's so beautiful. The art is gorgeous. You can't talk about the art being bad by any means, because it's awesome. But the story, I'm lost and I'm confused, but you know what? It is what it is. Sometimes you just are, and you just have to go with it. Why there are flying penises monsters, I'm not really sure what they do. Beats me, girl. I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, I did just read Yes, Ma'am. Yes, these need to be longer. As I've said many a time, I know I sound like a broken record, but I should have access to the entire story now because I love Yes, Ma'am. It's my favorite. And, but I'm just getting so sad because what if she is like doing all of this right now? Oh my God, girl, she tied him up like wrapped up rope around the big old chest. Y'all know already. Do I have to say? I like that shit. It's amazing. I love to see it. But yeah, she's got him wrapped up, girl. I can't even talk about what's going on. It's just so crazy. I do need to catch back up on private tutoring. I've bought a bunch of episodes. I just haven't read it. You Are So Lovely. The last 2 special episodes were perfect. Role reversal in the last one where what's his face is not the hybrid. He's the human who is working for the mafia, and the brunette is the one who is the hybrid, and he's a panther hybrid. Oh, exactly what I would want to see. I've kind of fallen behind on Beautiful Nightmare just because what is really going on? Okay, I don't even understand where this is going to go, but I'm still liking it. Although I don't really enjoy her as a ghost anymore. She's actually becoming very annoying. And that makes me sad because I don't want to feel that way. But yes. Oh, was there a Mr. A's Farm episode I didn't catch? Turn that around. Okay, no. It's just the first episode. You Are My World. It was just the prologue. Okay. Oh. Oh, no, I just don't have those ones. Oh, have I been behind on A Tree Without Roots? No, that's right. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad about that one. True Without Roots, that's on hiatus. So much stuff is on hiatus. It makes me sad. God. But yeah, so that's what we read in terms of Lezen. Oh, I will say this. Last night, I started reading Villains Are Destined to Die again. I think the last season ended on episode 162. So the newest one started on 163. And I think I made it to 169. Oh my God, dude, I'm devastated. It's so hard to read Villains Are Destined to Die. I have no idea where this is going. I don't know what happens. I don't want things to keep happening to Penelope. It's so hard. It's so hard. I was shocked last night. But I have learned a lot from people on Twitter of what's going on with the color system now. Stuff that I was thinking was the difference between the red with Callisto and the red black with Eccles. Obviously you figured out what was going on with Eccles. It became more of an obsessed, kind of love. So it's not actually anything that is healthy or good. It's him constantly trying to please her, sometimes getting it wrong. Well, I mean, oftentimes getting it wrong, but there's an obsession there, and it's not true love in the way that Callisto clearly cares. And I'm all about that. I want her and Callisto to be together. But oh my God, that's right. I almost forgot. Yvonne is trying to send, and I forgot to say that spoilers are over for Jinx. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure that I put something there. Okay, so I'm going to, here's a spoiler for Villains Are Destined to Die. So if you don't want to hear Villains Are Destined to Die, it's all right. It's really quick. So Yvonne, girl, evil. I can't stand the levels of evil some of these people are capable of. It's too much. But, obviously at the end of the last season, which I think was season 4, Penelope drank the poison that may have been meant for. We're not really sure. I think I need to go back and read the last 5 episodes of season 4 because I don't quite remember exactly what happened. So I will be doing that. So it's fine. Penelope drank the poison. She's been in a coma for a week. She finally wakes up. Everybody's freaking the fuck out. But Derek is still under Yvonne's control. Yvonne still has a shard. So the thing that was killing me last night, and I had to stop because it was too much, was she uses the shard on Eccles again. I really wish that Penelope, it kills me that she didn't just do this, and I don't know why she didn't. Eccles is begging her, what can I do? I want to do something to make you happy. I know that she's trying now to separate, put some distance between them because it's too much. He is off the rails. But God damn it, if she had just fucking said to Eccles, don't speak to Yvonne. Stay away from her. Don't let her anywhere near you. Run away as fast as you can whenever you see her, and don't let her have access to you. If only she had done that, maybe it would help. It kills me that she just won't do that. So now, once again, she has used the shard on Eccles. Yvonne was the one who manipulated a situation to get Callisto away from Penelope. Yvonne doesn't know everything there is to know, but she knows that Callisto should not be close to Penelope. Maybe because she knows that... So Callisto is Penelope's greatest ally right now. Although Penelope doesn't quite know that yet. Like, I think she's slowly picking it up as time is going on, but she doesn't know for a fact that he's her biggest ally. And he will kill Yvonne if he finds out, right? Or if he decides he's going to do it, and I hope he does. Someone needs to put the bitch down because I can't stand her. Stop fucking with Penelope. Stop fucking with everybody's pissing me off. I've cried too much and I don't want to do it anymore. So she manipulated a situation for there to be some conflict going on, and Callisto got sent there to quell it. So how Yvonne uses the shard is she is convincing, which I don't know if this is true, but it would be interesting if it was. Obviously, we know that Eccles is from a nation, a kingdom that was destroyed. I don't know that it would even... Well, colonized, yeah. It destroyed, colonized. She is convincing him that because he's like the one remaining one, that he was actually the illegitimate child of the king. So really he is the rightful heir. It seems plausible, but you know, you don't know. So she's like, well, go to Callisto and kill him. And that way you can take over this nation. So whatever Yvonne's plot is, it's to just destroy this whole fucking world. And it's obviously because she's with that, like, she's wearing the skin of Yvonne. She's not Yvonne, right? Like, I might not be remembering that right, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So yeah, so she's trying to take this nation down on purpose. Okay, we're moving on. I don't want that. I don't want anything to happen to Callisto. But yes, Derek is still under Yvonne's spell. Everybody knows that Penelope basically... It's hard because she kind of twisted it to where it's like, she knows that there's not much she can do because Yvonne is really good at manipulating. And at the end of the day, she might not be able to win everybody over, but she's won Derek over. Manipulating him, obviously. And she's playing this game that Penelope's like, I don't even want to do it anymore. Like, obviously, at the end of the last season, she was willing and hoping, okay, maybe if I poison myself, this is it. She believed that she had lost in that moment, but she hadn't lost because Callisto, I believe. And we find out that Verdandi more interested in her than, you know, she thought. She thought that he was more into Yvonne or following that storyline, but the truth is that he was acting against everything that the story was supposed to do. So he was making a point not to bring Yvonne near the family, not to interrupt and disrupt what was going on with Penelope. So he had some type of feelings for her, which threw off Yvonne's game at first, and that's why she had to pivot to Eccles. So it sucks. And it's so hard because Eccles is not a bad person. And I hate that she had to talk down to him like that. I don't know. Okay, I know I'm rambling. But anyway, Villains Are Destined to Die so far is really good. But I'm hurting. Okay, moving on. Trying to get back into reading my physical stuff. Okay, Common Sense Monster. This is really interesting. I didn't know what to expect of this. As you guys know, I don't tend to read the back of anything. If I just see someone talk about it, I'm like, okay, that looks interesting. I'll get it. Basically, let's read the back, actually, because could I even possibly describe this? I don't think so. Ito just wants to make friends, but she's a socially awkward girl who gets called a monster behind her back. If only she were more like Takahashi. That girl is totally ordinary, gets along with everyone, and eats people. In a gruesome turn of events, Ito discovers that her classmate Takahashi is actually a monster who's learned to blend in perfectly with humans. Starstruck, Ito asks to be friends, and Takahashi starts teaching her how to act normal. But what does it really mean to be normal, and what is Takahashi truly after? So this is Takahashi, she's the monster, and this is Ito. And this is, I think that I would definitely like to continue on with this series, especially because a new monster has entered the villa, okay? So this is not just a one-off, there's one monster here. No, we're about to probably see a cast of monsters coming in and out of this fucking little town. And it is really interesting. So basically, yeah, Ito, she is really desperate to be normal, but she's not normal. It's very clear. We meet her grandma. She's so eccentric. Instead of just embracing being weird and different, Ito just won't do it. And in a way, it saves her, kind of. Not really. It doesn't really save her, because what we come to find out is Takahashi, even though she agrees to help her, she's going to plan anyway to kill her, but then she ends up not doing it anyway. So it's like, I thought that we were going to see like a change in attitude. I think that we will eventually, because I get the impression that her opinion of humans will change. Obviously, she's a monster. She's been alive for many, many years, decades, millennia even, we have no idea. And she doesn't care about humans at all. And I believe that, but obviously I think Ito will be the exception, but how will she be the exception? So that's what I'm really interested to find out. She seems now like she is going to stick to her plan and eventually just eat her after a year, but I'm wondering if that will change over time and things will grow, because this was like, it doesn't have on here that it's like a GL, or that should be in like but it does kind of give that. But I don't know if this will turn into a romance of some kind, or if it's just going to be these two friends, like they eventually become friends, but the body will eventually degrade. So this monster will not be Takahashi forever, if that makes sense. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm kind of leaving stuff out. So, but overall, this wasn't bad. I didn't mind it. And then I read The Dashing Zaddy and The Icy Protege, Volume 3. This is still really good. I did kind of feel like I was struggling with Volume 2, if I remember correctly, but it is really fun. I just really want them to be together. You know what I mean? Right now, it's still that will they, won't they? We're kind of orbiting around each other. We have moments where we, fall into each other's arms, or we pick each other up. We're there for each other emotionally. We are really seeing the blossoming of this relationship, and especially in this volume. And I think that's why it's renewed my excitement for the series, because it was almost like, I feel like, obviously they're going to be together, but there's this moment where it almost feels like, will they? Like I'm getting nervous that they won't, but I know that they will. But, he has always been someone before the erectile dysfunction, a ladies' man, I think, but we find out that he's truly a lover boy, but he was never in love with those people before. And it seems that he is seeing that, oh, this is why none of those relationships worked, because I wasn't really in love with them, but I was doing the things that you are supposed to do. Now, do they mean the same if you don't really love the person? Like, it's nice, but like, if you don't really love me, what I'm saying? That's an interesting little question. But he is being more considerate of him. The ways in which that he was lacking in, actually coming from a good place, like genuinely wanting to do this because I love you, that he didn't have in the past, it's coming up now, and he's starting to see, oh, I fucking love you. So I really, really want them to be together. I want to see that happen. I really, really like them together, and they're just so cute. It's lovely. It's lovely. Okay. So it's 9:38. This is the other stuff I brought to the bedroom with me, but I need to start getting up and ready for the day if I really do want to get Thai food. And I don't know, who knows what else I'll do. It's my day off. We're gonna have fun here, and I'll take you with me. But yeah, this is what I brought with me. These were from my Hantama box last month, I believe. The month of October. So I do want to read those, because the Hantama box for November should be coming soon. And then I really do want to finish volume 2 of Monster, because I am going to sell this just like I sold the first one. I think I'm just going to try to find this digitally on the Viz app, which, I mean, it's not find it if it's on there. I pay for it, so I might as well read it on there. But yes, that's what we've got going on. So
I'm going to kind of start getting ready for the day. We'll see each other again. I don't know how long the vlog is now, but we'll figure it out. Maybe this one might be shorter since it seems kind of awkward since I really didn't film for a week. But we'll see. So I'll see each other a little bit later.
Hello. Okay, so yeah, it's time to go. I was like, you know what? Let's do another outfit of the day. So okay, so these are also like baggier pants from Halara. Girl, I don't know if I can kick the foot up now. Woo! We got some Doc Martens on. This Chainsaw Tits shirt, I love this shirt. It's from Tragic Girls. I'll put the info for this one like somewhere and in the description. I really, really, really love that company. I've gotten quite a few like long sleeve like pullovers and sweaters and stuff, and I really, really, really like all their stuff. Girl, I don't know when I got this. Is an old ass beanie. These are new glasses though. I feel like I'm finally like dressing the way like I've been wanting to for so long, and I'm really happy with everything. Obviously this year's been really hard, so I'm trying to find, obviously, as I've said many, many times, I'm gonna not cry, I promise. I've been trying to find ways to bring myself joy after everything that's happened. Obviously, the first part was me finally being like, okay, I'm gonna take the plunge and dye my hair pink. It's not like I'm buying anything like extra new or anything, but it's just being able to feel comfortable in my clothes again. Like, I feel like when I was just kind of like going out every now and then, I would, if I wasn't in my work clothes, which I hate being out in public in my work clothes. I feel like they're very frumpy, but you know, just when like you just feel like, I don't like what I'm wearing and I just feel like everything about this is not good, it's not going well. So I just kind of feel like I'm finally in a place where I'm very, very pleased with things. So I like how I'm looking. I like how I'm dressing recently. I'm doing a few more things. Like I used to be so, I own all these hats. I convinced myself I look stupid in hats. I look fine. I look totally fine. I don't know why like I'm so hard on myself all the time, but that's pretty common, I think, for most people to be kind of hard on yourself. So yes, we're going out now. We're gonna see if Brew La La is open. I assume they would be, even though it's raining. We will be getting Thai food, but we might also be going to Books A Million just because they're still doing their Cyber Monday deal. But on the website, I saw that it said in-store and online. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna see if anything is available because it's December 2nd and quite a few things that I want are supposed to come out today, but they don't always have everything in stock that I want. I made a tentative list that I will most likely be buying, but a lot of the stuff that I want to get on the website is actually stuff for later on in the month. And since they're doing a buy one get one half off, it's like, if I know I'm gonna get that stuff anyway, I might as well take the deal. Why the hell not? But if I see some stuff here, I might just go ahead and get it, especially if it's buy one get one half off. So yes, I'm really excited though. I can't wait to show you guys eventually. I did do some Black Friday shopping online mostly. I got a lot more jewelry from Personal Fears. I really like this brand. So I can't wait to show you guys what I got. I got another bracelet, another necklace, and then a ring. And yes, I really like them. I got this one because I was like, I don't know. I'd never bought from the company before. So I was like, maybe I'll get the less expensive necklace that I still like, but not the big chunky one that I really wanted originally. I'll put a picture of it up here. I think everybody can tell based off the facial jewelry I have and like my lobes, like I like more flashy jewelry, even though I don't wear a lot of it. So now that I've started to finally like get back into wearing jewelry again, oh my God, this necklace is just like perfect. It's almost like this in the way that this one is spiky, but the front, like maybe 6 or so pieces are fucking huge. I love that chunky silver look. I got another one that's like a heart locket that I really think is pretty. I'm excited for the bracelet because it's basically the bracelet version of this. They also sell wallet chains, which I don't wear jeans. I would like to wear some jeans if I can find some jeans that fit me, but I miss the wallet chains, y'all. I used to rock a wallet chain, but it was usually connected to the wallet that you got at Spencer's. Spencer's would hate to see me coming when I was a child because I really went to town on some of those things. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And it's so funny because a lot of the places that I'm buying jewelry from now online, it's like the big chunky ball, you know, necklace. You could get that from Claire's, okay? I stole that from Claire's once. I know, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not saying I agree with theft, but I think when you're a kid, everybody steals something every now and then. And I did steal my fair share of my goth accessories from Claire's. I'm sorry. But I can't deny, I can't lie, and I can't deny. That's just who I was at the time, but it doesn't define me, okay? I don't steal now. But yeah, life is good. Life is good. I'm feeling good. It's still rainy. It's still cold. That's fine, but we're going to get the bag goo strapped around me and hit the road, and I'm gonna take you with me, and we're gonna see what I eat when I go to my Thai restaurant that I love, and I love the ladies there. They're so nice. So yes, and we're going to be hopefully listening to the audiobook for the rest of the audiobook for my book club with my mom, my sister, my cousin. So yeah, so I will see you guys in a second. And we'll also be doing some more reading, obviously, because every time I go out to eat, whether I'm like working or not, or I'm just doing this and it's my day off, I always read something on my phone. So like I'll read, I mean, that's where I read most of the Remarried Empress was getting pho. I'm just like scrolling. But anyway, we'll see each other again in a second.
Hey everybody. So we're back. I literally can't remember the last time we talked. Today is the 5th, which makes it Friday because Devin's at work. Okay. It's been kind of a few hectic days. It also started snowing today in Virginia, so a bit of a snow day. Obviously, I had to get the crock pot out, had to make a beef stew. It's cooking right now and it smells delicious. It smells simply divine. I did not think it was going to snow this much. It's not even like you can't drive. You can drive on the road, but it's enough that it's like, yeah, a soup must be had. You know, like when the weather's like that and it's like the only thing that will be good is soup. That's what kind of day it is today. Okay. That is what kind of day it is. So yeah, don't remember the last time we talked. We have read a bit. Okay. Your girl's been working, as I do, and I've started watching Dynamite Kiss. Oh wait, the last time we talked, did I watch? Ooh, yeah, the last time we talked, I was watching what? I was watching How to Be a Player. Okay. Ooh, I don't know if we talked about everything. Girl, I'm gonna have to go back and look. We'll talk about what we're talking about now. So I've read the next few chapters in the entanglement of rival wizards. I do remember the last time we talked when I was talking about this. And obviously I was a little high, so I was all over the place. But oh my God, it has kicked off in the best, hottest also way than I've read in quite some time. Okay. And I'm talking about like no manga, no manhwa, just words on a page, girl. This is some of the hottest fucking writing. I just have to put it out there. Okay. I know I read something that had a little bit of like, sexual romance at some point this year. I can't remember what it was. It was a regular book. I think it was for my book club. And it doesn't even hold a candle to what is going on in here. Okay. Oh, yes. Sarah Rosh, ma'am. Don't even get me started, because if this doesn't get made into some type of movie, fan cast, I don't give a damn. Okay. YouTube video, somebody get on it. Okay. Where we left off, they're going to hook up, and they have hooked up, and it was super fucking hot. Okay. But also everything has kind of boiled to the surface in terms of these two finally like getting to the core of like themselves and then each other, right? So I've mentioned a few times that basically we keep hearing about an incident that happened when Sebastian was younger, and it had to do with a place called Camp Marathil, and it is apparently run by people in his family. Okay. We're going to call him Theo because now he's allowing him to call him Theo. And I hate that I can't tell if it's Alethior or Alethior. So we're going to call you Theo, girl. Boom. We don't know exactly what happened, but I think it's pretty clear that he experienced a lot of abuse. I'm not sure if it was just physical, you know, they almost make it seem like one of those, like the Dr. Phil, you know, send your kid to the wilderness camp so they can start to act right. It kind of seems like that, except, you know, it's a little bit more, I assume, because Sebastian, his family is, I think I mentioned, pretty prestigious in terms of like basically being in the army when it comes to like a magic army. So I think that it might have been a boot camp, not necessarily a behavioral, you know, thing, but we'll see. We might get a little bit more details about it, but we find out pretty much that he was abused there, and that's really that has really defined him, and it also defined his friend Orok too. But he's been able to deal with it through therapy. It seems like Orok still has some issues lingering, but he's better at dealing with it than Sebastian. Sebastian is very angry. He has a huge and short temper. It's very explosive. And part of his research is trying to get a hold on that, I think. Yeah. But his father is trying to make a big deal about Sebastian working with Theo, right? Because his family owned that camp. We don't know exactly what happened, but it did something to the reputation of his dad and kind of him, even though most people don't know that that's his dad. So his dad is constantly trying to get Sebastian to talk to him and then convince him like, oh, well, you need to take this as an opportunity to change the way people view us and get nice with Theo, because basically his dad is up for a promotion. And it's just really sad. You know, both of these guys are dealing with a lot of like family issues, and where their parents or the people in their, plus the people in their family don't treat them with any type of respect. They are just basically like, you are part of this family. You have to do the things that we say. That's very sad. With his dynamic, obviously he knows the kind of family he comes from, but he doesn't really claim them. And by the family, I mean his father's side of the family, because that's where the Toriel, or however you pronounce it, name and legacy comes from. He is far more like, he's far closer to his mother, and we eventually find out that something that his mother was doing caused her to be hospitalized, and she's been hospitalized for years, it seems. And part of what his research is about is picking up where she left off, but making it so it's not going to be used by the Toriel family. He's kind of doing it in honor of his mother. So it's like, there's so much more to them than what you think there is, you know, and it's so interesting because like, based off of like the tattoos, the piercings, I don't think you would think that he would come off as snooty in the way that his family is like rich and prestigious and blah, blah, blah. Like, he seems like the roles would be reversed, that he would have the super hot temper. He would be the one that has a short fuse, but no, it's not like that. So they finally both revealed everything, and now it's time to really, really get to work. But what we're seeing is like, Theo is more about dealing with Sebastian's research, because they both got accepted for a grant, but they have to work on this together. We're supposed to go to one person, but the, I don't know, school board or whatever was like, no, these seem so similar that they could work in tandem. We already know that Sebastian does not want his research to be swallowed up by the military industrial complex. Okay, fuck him, right? He wants to, you know, work with a nonprofit. He wants to help people, and he wants to make it free, or at least affordable for people, so that they are not without access to it, right? Theo wants to help him, but I'm scared because even though he has to use his family to get to where he needs to go, and he doesn't plan on handing over any of his research to his family, I'm scared that that might end up happening But I think what might happen is it's not going to be because he did it. Someone in his family is going to do it, but Sebastian, because he does not communicate very well. I will say of the two of them, Sebastian is my least favorite. Even though I do like Sebastian, his temper and the way he responds to everything, very snarky, very shitty, very nasty, very like sarcastic. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Like he is exhausting. He can be exhausting, but at the same time, them together, yes, girl. Let me tell you, the first of all, the kiss was sexy. Okay, the first time they kiss in the fucking lab. Oh God, yes. Wow, fantastic. Then they're at the fucking club, and you know Sebastian is avoiding Theo after they kissed. Now they're at the club. He's got a cute, slutty little tank top on, girl. And I love a slutty tank top on a man. I love when a man is exposing his slutty little lewd waist. Yes, I do. And I'll scream it from the rooftops. Okay. Put that crop top on, please. Show us all those little hips. Oh my God. Show them, please. Please. Honestly, sometimes. Yes. These guys. Theo has a little mesh top on, nipples popping out the holes. Yeah. We're fucking tonight, it seems. Girl. And boy, do they ever hook up. And that is just as hot. Okay. That is just as hot. Sorry to shake the camera, y'all. Just as hot. Written like so well. Loved every second of it. Wish I was there. Girl, put me in the cuck chair. I don't give a damn. Everything that was going on in that bedroom. Yeah. Steamy hot. And then they had said, like, okay, we're not going to do anything in the fucking lab. Girl, he's already in his lap. They haven't even really done anything in the lab. They kind of do. I think I'm at the part where they might be kissing, or they might have kissed already. But girl, even him pulling him onto his lap. Girl, it's just, there's some things, like obviously like a makeout, grinding, that can be, I mean, that can be very sexy. But even something as like, you're just sitting in my lap, they're literally talking. Nothing sexual is happening, but just the fact that it kind of started that way. Oh my God. Yeah. You will absolutely be 5 stars. I can already tell. This is going to be 5 stars. Yes. Okay, I don't remember if I talked about that, so we'll skip it and I'll look at the video after this. We'll talk about what I am reading though on Legend. So let's look. Okay, so oh my God, Mr. A's farm, dude. That, talk about another sexy situation. Okay, Kendrick and Little A. It's not who I thought Little A would kind of maybe seem to get close to. And I didn't necessarily think that it would be Kendrick like that. Like Kendrick would feel, girl, but the way they are on each other, it is so sexy. Swallow You Whole. I'm actually restarting this from the end of season 1. I read the last few episodes and I'm reading season 2 again because I'm very lost, but not in a bad way. Like I'm still really, really, really liking Swallow You Whole. But then I just started it again and I'm like, oh, I missed that. So yeah, we're getting back into it. I think I bought this and I didn't read it. So I will be catching up on Red Third Quest unless this was actually, let's see. Maybe I didn't read it. I know it's on. Okay, no, it was hiatus. That's right. Moving on. Okay, I didn't look at the newest episode of You Are My World, but I will be. I already bought it. I need to read Private Tutoring. I'm behind like 3 episodes. My bad. Yeah, girl, I'm behind on Bootiful Nightmare. Oh my God, Keep Up. I don't think I talked about this one. Keep Up the Good Work, Boss. Girl, Jesus Christ, be careful with that one now. Okay, if you're gonna read that, you need to look at the trigger warnings. Oh, I need to catch up on Sandwich Paradox. I need to get back into Something Impossible. This was the fucking weirdest fucking. This was so weird. Was it almost as weird as almost as weird as Peaches and Daydream Girl, because that one was just like a fever dream. I don't even know where that is on the damn list. But I gotta see. There's some things that I'm missing. I feel like I'm not caught up on. So, yeah. Good God. Oh, but this. Okay. Let's look at history about what I've read. Okay. Also, I had bought, let me make sure nothing, well, no, there shouldn't be, oh, there's a titty. It's fine. It's just a fucking titty. And you can't even see it here. Well, you can kind of see her nipple. It's fine. Let's do that. That actually makes more sense. So the first volume of this is out now. I saw it at Books A Million, and I was like, okay, I have never heard of this before, and I'm really interested. So I saw that it was completed. Saw that it was on Lezen, so I just used coins because I think this was also on a sale. And I've started this one. I actually kind of like this so far. I'm on episode 10. Basically, it's almost giving like Anastasia vibes, but like the Disney version, not like what's really going on with the family. I don't know much about that history, but I heard some things about I don't know what's going on. With that being said, okay, so girl, I can't remember her name is. Alicia, I think her name is, and he is Taryn. So she was from a noble family. There's a revolution that happened, and everybody in her family and other nobles, like the king, queen, whatever, they're all dead. She escaped and is running for her life, and she's kind of been hopping from place to place, getting out of Dodge, right? And it's like certain people are helping her. He is one of the other people who has helped her, and he's considered a broker, I think. She ends up in his estate. Something seems kind of funny about him. I think they knew each other when they were younger. She had a flashback. I don't know yet, but it seemed like it. But yeah, they're all alone in this mansion. She doesn't know if she can trust him. He seems to really like to kind of tease her a little bit, but it also seems like he knows her. That's why it's like, I think that they met each other when they were younger. What else happened? Oh yeah, girl, they already had sex. Lord have mercy, Lord. Yeah, girl, she tried to run away. I'm going to give something away, so excuse me. She tried to run away because she was like scared about what's going on in the fucking mansion. There's also other people looking for her. Okay. It's not just like the revolution, or like, it's not just the people who were a part of overthrowing the nobility. It's also someone else is looking for her because of something that she did. Or she assumes that someone will be looking for her because of things she did. No one knows that she did it, but that's not the point. So she runs away from the estate. It's winter time. There's wolves. She is saved. They end up in a cave. And girl, they end up haunching. Congratulations. Of course, she has to be a virgin, and this is the first time she's kissed, but whatever. I actually like her as a character. I actually think she's really, really, I think I'm going to come to like her a lot. So I'll give her a pass on basically having that kind of, I mean, is it her fault? She's fictional. But yeah, Winter Wolf, this is actually pretty good. I like this. So I hope to be finishing this soon. It is 62 episodes, and I think that I can finish that. Maybe not tonight, but I can definitely finish it. Another thing that I read and finished and then continuing is I read all of part 1 of season 5 of Villains Are Destined to Die. That's crazy. Okay. Villains Are Destined to Die is getting so good. I had already seen on Twitter, because someone had already read it, what the colors mean, which a lot of that is not a surprise to me. Like, I figured out that, like, I think you can guess very well, very easily, what Eccles' color means, what Callisto's color means. But the ones that we didn't know for sure was or at least I didn't know exactly what Derek's color meant, because his is more yellow. Winter's has been purple for quite some time. Reynolds is pink, but I had a decent idea of what his feelings for Penelope were. And then I don't know that the dad has a color. Like, I keep forgetting if the dad has a color anymore, or if he really ever had a color. At the end of the day, I'm going and rereading Villains Are Destined to Die from the beginning once it is complete. Even if I've just finished that final episode, I'm going to reread the entire thing. And, quite frankly, I'm thinking of rereading it now. Why why not? Why not? Okay, so it's just popped off in the craziest way. Villains are destined to die. Okay, so here's some spoilers. So skip after this, and then come back when you see them again. So where we left off at the end of season 4, Penelope, she drank the poison that was meant for Yvonne. She's been in a coma basically for a week. Callisto has been by her side for as long as he can, but he's eventually told that he has to go up north to defeat some rebels or something. What we end up finding out is that this is actually something that Yvonne put together, right? And that she has a plan. Okay. Now, she's had some monkey wrenches thrown at her way, right? Because Winter was not the one who brought her to the estate. It was Eccles. So that changed what she had to do, and it changed the game, so to speak, right? She hasn't really been able to get Reynold or the dad, but she's gotten Derek. So she's gotten Derek with the shard. She's gotten Eccles with the shard. She can't get Callisto, obviously. We still don't know exactly what Yvonne wants to do. Like, we do and we don't, right? And then, like, there's so many more things coming out about Yvonne, and then the, like, Wizards of Layla or whatever the fuck. It's crazy. Penelope is awake. She is scared out of her fucking mind. She isn't right back at, like she was at the beginning of the story, but, like, having to explain herself. It seems like no one trusts her. It seems like no one wants to believe her. So obviously that makes her feel like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. Like, I just need to leave. She can't leave. Kind of. You know, the dad and Reynold are, like, not wanting her to go. They won't disown her. She's trying to protect them, though, but she can't tell them exactly what's going on. So, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Derek is on the way in. Blah, blah. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't even get into every little detail. But she eventually gets away from the state. Winter helps her. Yvonne sent Eccles after Callisto. And basically Penelope is trying to find whatever information she can about Layla. Because clearly that is who, what, whatever Yvonne is or who is working for her. She ends up crossing paths with Callisto. It is so obvious, it is so clear, and then it's pretty much revealed that he is absolutely head over heels in love with her. They end up finding out the secret of the Layla, kind of, I guess. There might be more. There might be a little bit more to it, but we kind of get the point. But then we also get more information about the world she's in. And, you know, Penelope, she felt like first of all, she failed, right? She didn't do what she was supposed to do before the coming of age ceremony, but she's still here. So she's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand. I just want to go. I don't want to be here anymore. But when she is finding the Mirror of Truth, I think it's called, to deal with the Layla, she finds out basically her truth. Yvonne had tried to use the shard on Penelope. And, you know, the shard basically shows you like the worst possible scenario and plays on your fears. And obviously Penelope's biggest fear is kind of dying here, dying in the real world, you know, not achieving the things that she wanted to achieve. We find out the things that really were important to her and why she is the way she is because of her mom, not necessarily because of these people back from where she's from. But, you know, when she sees in the shard is all of the, like, the stepbrothers or whatever, half brothers, I don't remember what they were, treating her like the main characters in the game do at the very beginning of the game. You know, they don't like her, they don't care about her. But what she actually sees, the truth that's going on, is that she is not dead in the real world. She is, like, in a coma. They found her body, and it's like she has cancer or leukemia, but also she was starved. So she's seeing herself in the fucking hospital bed, and all of the men are around her, the father, the half brothers or whatever, and they're expressing concern for her. And it's like, well, fuck. Girl, it's like, damn, took you long enough to give a fuck. I mean, did it have to come to this? I don't think it did. So we find out why Penelope has powers. We find out that the truth is she's really the protagonist. She's really not the villain. and that the story behind it all is that, and oh my God, and then not only that this is like a loop, that this literally keeps happening because Winter found out who Penelope really is and who Yvonne really is. So he does the thing that saved people the first time from the Layla, that captured all of them, like their evil spirits and shit, into the mirror that they have the shards for, right? We find out that he sacrificed himself so that the world wouldn't be taken over, but that basically made the fucking loop happen. So like this shit keeps happening. Really interesting. I like that. So that's why Penelope has powers. She was part of the game. Yvonne is basically a possessed, you know, I feel so bad for Yvonne because like unless they're going to change something or I missed it, Yvonne is dead. Okay. The Layla spirits possessed her body and are using her body. So they either killed a little girl or a little girl was dead and they used her body. Like, that's so sad. I feel, because then it opens up it opens up more to like, that really is their daughter, you know, that really is their sister, but their sister is dead and she has been dead. And that makes me want to cry because I love my sister and I would never want that to happen. And I would never want to, girl, don't even get to talk because I'll cry. But yeah, so Yvonne, girl, that was frightening. That was frightening when we saw the little image of her. Scary, if you ask me. And yeah, so she's got to defeat that fucker. Obviously, Callisto's going to help her. Duh. And she finds out that the way to get out is like she basically gets to save a life. She's like, what does that even mean? What do you mean I get to save a life? But my fear is the life going to be her life? You know, she is shown what's going on in her world. Does she want to go back to that? Seeing the people in her life and the life that she would live? Or is there a possibility that she can stay? And can she have a life with I can't remember what their names are. Their last name is now. Derek, the dad, and Reynolds. Are they going to, or can she stay with them? Can she live and be married to Callisto? Like, she has an actual relationship here if she's open to it. And I just wonder if that will be what she does. So, flashing hands. Yeah, villains are destined to die. I mean, the levels and the layers of how good this fucking manhwa is just crazy to me. I mean, it's just so good. It was already good, and now you flipped it on me. Okay, and not in a bad way, in a good way. Okay, and it was not even really flipped. It's just that you revealed something. You gave me a twist. How dare you? How dare you do that? So, that's what I read. There's some other things that I'm going to be reading, and then we're going to end it because I think that it's getting kind of long. And then obviously I have to go back and see if I talked about those things in that part. So, yeah. I'm adding 2 new things to the giant stacks I have around me. Okay, the newest volume of Windbreaker came out. I feel like I have to read that. And then You Can't Bluff the Sharp-Eyed Sister. I got approved for this on NetGalley, so I'm always going to read it. But yeah, I figured why not? And then maybe that could get me into, what was the other thing? Omega Magera. That was another thing I got approved for. But we're going to read some stuff. We're going to read more things. I don't think I'm hanging out with Devin. He's going to eat some stew. I'm just going to chill. And I also want to watch Dynamite Kiss. So we will talk before the night is over. And then that will be the end of the vlog. And then we'll start tomorrow. Because tomorrow we are going to Busch Gardens to see the Christmas lights anyway with our friends. So I'm excited for that. I think I might have mentioned it. But yeah, I think that's a good place to start, if you ask me. Do some Christmas lights for everybody. But I will see you guys a little bit later tonight. All right, good morning, everybody. It is the morning now. Even though I ended up not going to sleep super early last night, I still didn't end up reading too much, but We're at the end. Let's talk about this, and then we'll start another one as we do. So, You Can't Bluff the Sharp-Eyed Sister. This is really good, and I know that I'm going to really enjoy this. It's by the same creator as Apothecary Diaries. As you can see, I had to get my proof out. I can already tell that this is going to be really good. So we'll talk about, I'm going to read the back for you because I don't know that I will be able to do a good job talking about it. But it is a fantastical mystery from the mind behind the Apothecary Diaries. In the sleepy countryside of Mythos, young Chloe trains as a cleric by day and secretly wins big money at cards by night. Her success captures the attention of Errol, a paladin of renowned looks and wealth, and he is convinced she has a magical gift that may be key to solving a murder from 2 years prior. While Chloe insists on being ordinary, the promise of riches beyond her imagination has her racing headlong into the tangled web of political intrigue. Yeah, this is going to be good. I guess this is also a light novel, so another light novel added to the list, y'all. Will I read it? That remains to be seen. But this is really good. She is already giving me kind of Mau Mau vibes, which I like, but totally different. Obviously, we're not really dealing with, well, first of all, we're not even in the same time period and same location, so it's completely different. But I still am picking up on those things. Errol is a really interesting character too. I wonder if there might be a love interest there going on between the two of them, but we'll just have to wait and see. But already I can tell that the mystery is going to be really, really good because they're solving the mystery of a murdered woman who was basically in it. I guess you could say she was in like an elite training to become a girl. I don't even know how to explain it. It's an elite training for something really important. So she's on the case. And she's ready to crack it. And she's also going to get rich or she'll die trying because she loves money. Don't we all? Moving on. Windbreaker, Volume 17. So good. Dude, okay. First of all, his mullet, once you see the color, you know what? I'm liking it. I'm liking the mullet. I'm not liking him as a person, but the mullet, you did that. Endo, psycho, fuck you. I really want and need Sakura to beat his ass, but it's going to be interesting, okay? Everything is kicked off. Fighting in the street, everything's popping off. It's crazy. But we find out that it's not just about taking the town back to the way it used to be. It is that, but the other part is basically crushing Umemiya because he was the one who changed everything. And then these guys, I think particularly him, Takaishi, I think is his name. Oh, yeah, Chika Takeshi. There's Endo girl. They are, it's like everybody, there are all these rules, and basically Umemiya was not allowed to be in part of the fray. He had to be separate from everyone, which they knew would cause him a lot of pain, you know, knowing that the people are out there fighting and he can't join them and he just has to wait. I think everybody figured that, like, what was going to happen, but I don't think they figured it was going to happen so quickly. I thought they could save the town first and then they would have their big standoff, but instead, all of those big fights are kind of like a distraction for them going to get Umemiya, and the plan is, it seems like they're bound to kill him, y'all. I certainly hope not, because what the hell, that's a little bit too far if you ask me, but it's evil and sadistic. But I will say this, girl, this had me going, Gooner brain, I think I'm afflicted. So obviously, you know, these young men, sick and twisted with the love of fighting. I don't know what that's like, okay? This one in particular, though, he's kind of getting off on pain, if you ask me. And he likes inflicting the pain, but then he's fighting, oh shit, I can't remember his name. That's why I got the gallery in the front. He's fighting him. Haragi, that's right. He's fighting Haragi, and girl, you know, he's fucking getting off like crazy, about to bust a nut in the damn street, getting his ass beat. But then it becomes too much for him, and he's fully getting beat the fuck up, and he's like, no, stop. Girl, tell me why. Something's wrong with me. I need to take a break. need to take a break from BL and Yaoi Girl because this was definitely giving let's kiss. Let's kiss and let's just go in a dark corner. A little crying bottom. Also a crybaby top. Someone have me committed because yeah. It's a little scary, but it's awesome. We've ended on a cliffhanger. Sakura and Endo are about to square off, but that means Umemiya is also about to square off. So we will see. And lastly, volume 2 of Monster. I know that I said that I will be selling this, and I'm not going to continue to collect this. And now I'm like, fuck, now I want to. Now I want to go back and buy the fucking volume that I just sold and start collecting it because, oh my God, this is so freaking good. So many twists and turns. So many twists and turns, okay? Dr. Tenma, he is a badass. He's really, and he's still managing to save people along the way. I mean, this is about a man, Dr. Tenma, following after this young guy, Johan, and also kind of, in addition, his sister, Anna, Johan and Anna, who were these 2 orphaned children, and every single time they end up at a new family, those parents end up dying, and then more and more people start dying, and we're slowly unraveling the mystery behind what is going on with Johan. I think it was pretty clear before we really saw it in this volume that something happened to Johan when he was younger, and it really twisted him into the person he is today, except it seems like while that did happen, he was kind of involved in some type of experiment to, as the government does, trying to make soulless soldiers. Sick and twisted. But it seems as though he might have been a little psychotic before that. And now, you're putting it in the backdrop of, Germany after the walls have fallen, the war is over, but you obviously still have bad characters, Nazis going around trying to cause chaos and shit. You've got all the stuff that they were getting up to, y'all. And the fact that they want Johan to lead him and be the new Lord have mercy, what the hell? It's crazy to read this now, considering the political climate that we're living in America today. We won't get too deep into it, but if you've been paying attention, so it's a little eerie to read this, especially given everything that's happened. We've seen people being killed right away. We've got some other people. We've got the president. It's crazy. and that's a nice way to put it. But I think what I'm going to do as a compromise is I'm going to watch this anime. I need to do some research though. I'm pretty confident that I've never heard somebody say that the anime sucked. I feel like I've only ever heard people say that it's such a good one, because a lot of the people who I've heard say that have never read the manga. So we'll see. If you've read the manga and watched the anime, tell me what your thoughts are. But I really want to figure out what's going on right now. And it does take quite a bit of time to read this one. It's very dialogue heavy. A lot of stuff is going on. But I will tell you this. I don't think it's her. Dude, is her name Ava? The fucking lady who was engaged to be married to Dr. Tenma. This is one evil fucking alcoholic wench. I can't stand her. If someone were to die, I would like it to be her. I would like it to be the ex-fiance, because she's a sick, twisted bitch. Okay? How dare she? How dare she do that to them? I mean, she's just so... We won't get into it. She's a crazy bitch and I don't like her. If she dies, let me know in the comments. I don't mind a spoiler. Tell me if she dies. I need her to go away because she's pissing me off. But yeah, today's Saturday. I'm going to get ready to leave. I need to eat too because I'm very hungry. And then... yeah, we're going to Busch Gardens tonight with our friends. I'm really excited. I'm going to take you guys along with me. And I hope a lot of stuff is open. One of my other friends, she went in November, and she was saying that a lot of stuff was closed, not just rides, but also I think places to eat and other stuff. So it was like, okay, obviously there's going to be lights there. That's kind of the point, but you still want to be able to do stuff. I haven't been to Busch Gardens in so long. I think the last time I was oh no, it was King's Dominion. I was at King's Dominion with this same friend years ago doing the haunted house thing. It was a bust. It was a bust. I might want to go to a haunted house next year, but we'll see. But blah, blah, blah. It'll be fun. Hopefully stuff is open now that it actually is December. It's Christmas. There's only like, what, 3 weeks left. And I will also be getting back into reading. Okay, let me not forget, because I want to talk about this. I'm not going to go into like super detail. I'm just almost done with this one. Girl, unlock this damn thing. But I feel like I could just never remember the name of the freaking book. I just remember the name of the first book. And I know I've showed you guys already, but that's not the point. Oh, that's right. So I'm listening to Moon of the Turning Leaves. This is really good. I'm at 60% of the way done. I need to finish this today so I can be ready for the book club discussion tomorrow. So I've got basically 4 hours left. I can do it. I'm listening to it on 2 times the speed. And honestly, it's like really good. The narrator, perfect pacing if you ask me, for 2 times the speed. So wish me luck, everybody. But yeah, I'm about to eat. We'll talk later. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you, yes, you have a good day. Goodbye.